up, man? It's 5/8 Fever.
Chup, you already know it's nostalgic noise.
What's that noise?
Put some holes in them, now we patches. Action, I can see the future through wise glasses. The pot cook up, powder, the block shook up. I can drop a bag right now and your top push up. 40 shot Mac 11 with the long nozzle. Old school sipping Coke 45, the long bottle. Fire spilling out the back window of the Tahoe. Pyro, cook a nigga face like a pot roast.
What's your favorite part about making music?
The post-production. Post-production.
That's your favorite part?
That's my favorite part, man.
My favorite part about making music is my favorite part about everything that I dive into, whether it's like collecting shit, it's anything, it's the hunt. I like the hunt. Digging for samples, finding the right drums. I like finding and digging for shit and just putting it together and making something.
Right.
You know what I mean? We just like, damn, I just flung this bitch together like clothes off the hanger or off the floor, whatever. It was like, yeah, and I put that together. That's that.
Yeah.
Added sounds.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's the hunt. That's my favorite part of it.
No, that perfect moment in the sample, you know what I'm
Exactly.
saying?
When you find it, that moment when you like,
That's a big part of it.
That's it.
Yeah,
that's
a
the
big
part that I
of it,
like.
too.
You know what I mean? That's the part that I capture the most.
Y'all sounds more like anthem music, more like motion picture. Like, what inspired you to, get that sound? Because both of y'all kind of married y'all sounds together. Y'all saying 4 to 5 years ago, but like when I hear the collective, it's like, man, it sounds like movie. You know what I'm saying? Do y'all get inspired by movies as well as?
Definitely like there'll be movies are definitely be a big inspiration, but they come from TV shows.
I mean, you look at Mobb Deep. I remember when Mobb Deep, when Scarface came out, one of the songs he sampled was from Scarface. I don't know if y'all know that.
Yeah. One with Nas, right?
Yes.
Yeah, we actually redid that one.
Y'all think that?
Yeah. It's not out yet, but it's I won't say who it is, but we redid it. But it's because each album that they have has a Mob remake on it.
Okay.
If that makes sense. The last one was with Mooch.
Okay.
So it's just one of those custom beat requests.
Okay, you know what? I think I remember you telling me that. Yeah, now that I remember.
It's not a sample I would normally touch it, but you know what I mean, because it's just such an iconic song. But it was something they wanted to do, so I was I obliged.
To bring it back though to the same shit, it's the inspiration. I don't know, the cinematic. I think it comes down to when you putting the album together. Like he said, I'm very well at trying to put together the album,
right,
and have it seen visually through the ears,
right.
You got to kind of paint that picture. So when you're working, you want to give them a sound that you could almost hear in a movie. So I guess you're right in a way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It is movie-like. You know what I mean?
That's
we
where
on some
all
soundtrack shit.
The sound effects and the clips and the talking, little dialogue samples and stuff like that. It really all ties everything together. It's the glue.
It is.
And that's why I say post-production is my favorite part, because it takes a song that's just, a dry recording and you just turn it into this like hard hitting, you know what I mean? The beat just sounds crazy. The vocals are crispy on top of it. And you got all the little effects in there, and you're just like, it's that moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Name some of the MCs that you've produced for that's in the game. I'm quite sure your resume is speaks for itself, but for the viewers, name drop some people that y'all made beats for and produced that's heavy in the game right now.
Man, you know that. You know how it goes.
Talk your ish.
It's the ones, man. I always give special thanks and shout outs to my bro Riggs. You know what I mean? He's one of the ones that's still making his way to the top. But he's there to meet.
Riggs from the club?
Yeah, of course. We've always been there. You know what I mean? So he's still on his way, making his way into the industry that we so to speak of, the underground rap world that we trying to
making a buzz.
Put in. Yeah, it's good. So him, but of course we always got the Dark Lows and Bennies. We got, you know, what we got, Willie the Kid. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? You know,
Illinois.
both.
Yeah.
You know, you got a lot of the guys moving from the town.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you got big ones.
Reno RX,
That's
Chubbs,
yeah, you got
Etho.
Chubbs, you know, yeah.
We both got songs with Etho. You know what I mean?
Like people, we can name them all.
Yeah,
I even hate
J Black.
like
Like
that's my type of shit.
We're just
But we out here naming
Yeah,
names.
we naming our people. You know what I mean?
With that being said, what's the current state of hip hop in Rochester right now?
Flourishing.
Yeah, I like that. I like
Flourishing.
that. We really trying to touch the basis right now. Like, oh man, that's a good word. That was it. We on the rise.
Yeah.
We on the rise. It's coming together. It's looking good.
It feels like a lot of people are taking notice. You know what I mean? Bigger things are starting to happen. Bigger events are coming. You know what I mean? Things are, you know.
Just the sound, period. I feel like a lot of the sound, when you think of New York, just the shit you want to hear.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what it comes down
I think it's like a layer of generations, you know, that are also implementing the sound of Rochester. When you look at a high school, it has 4 years. You know, your freshman, your sophomore year, your junior year, your senior year. There's a lot of people who's in the game now, who's, you know, spend that time going through that, you know, how could I say, boot camp of underground scenes of being heard. You got a lot of new people coming out. What are some new artists that you think are paving the way right now for Rochester? You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give y'all a few that I tend to think is blazing. You got Niggas I Rap. You got your
Niggas, yeah, for sure.
Tony Wise, so
Tony
tall.
Wise. Me and him got a project on the way. Wise Old Owl is called. And becoming this
first,
year.
you know what I mean? This is where it was painted in the picture first.
You know what I'm saying? Right in this room, man.
Outside of those two, could y'all name anybody else?
Nasim Santana, man. My guy Nas Santana, man.
I hate to put you on the spot.
Nah. Hey, listen, if I'm ever gonna say who I feel like is really making their way and who I think has potential, it's Nas Santana, man.
Yeah.
But you got a lot of kids out here, man. Even the kids of late, like we don't know, and you know, doing all this Rich Baby and Mob Steels and Cash with Us and all these guys, you know, it's a lot of people out here making a lot of moves.
The town does it, man.
And it's people, it's not even just new people, it's people that have been around but are doing big like Blaze.
That's true. That's
like,
what I'm saying. It's
Blaze,
hard to
you know
say
what I mean?
who's new and who's not because a lot of these guys been around for a long time. You know what I mean? So it's just about placement and timing.
Like Jay
right
Outstanding, you can't say he's a new artist, but he's new to a lot of people they you know, they weren't tapped in. Tripe,
been
same thing.
Forever, you know what I mean?
Can't say he's new, but he's here. And you're gonna hear him.
Exactly. You know what I mean? Even the same for Pup.
Yeah.
He's not
new.
But a lot of people are starting to hear the new music. You know what I mean? So it's man, the people that we working with is the new shit, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck is that noise?
Salute.
Word.
How does the city, you know, the landscape, you know, of the city influence the hip hop scene? You got a lot of things going on in Rochester. You know, crime. You got you know this, that, and third. You know, how does that really influence what you do?
Influences everything.
Yeah.
It influences everything. It comes down to even the shit that we tend to use in our music. Like even you said the little skits and shit. We like to pick shit that happened in Rochester and things that was like the staple and shit that was big here. You know what I mean?
The album I just dropped with Cleek was basically like news stories strewn throughout. You know what I mean? It was all real Rochester news stories and kind of related to each song. You know what I mean?
Taking pictures, man, through the town.
And what are some challenges facing the hip hop community right now in Rochester that you feel is this?
I feel like people, one big thing is people are always in a rush to try and get paid. You know, it's not a lot of money in this. And if you're in a rush to try and put a price tag on yourself, you're going to, you know, it's not going to work. You got to have reasonable expectations as far as that goes. You know what I mean? You're going to end up investing more than you get back in a lot of this stuff that you end up doing. You know what I mean? But that's part of it. You know what I mean?
I'm telling you.
Not everything you do is gonna be a hit.
Those
You
are
know?
some of the challenges that you come across as well throughout your journey.
Challenges I come across, I would say,
It's that same shit, man. I think that's really what it is. You know what I mean? You just putting your all into it. I think the biggest challenge is just getting over fears and shit. Just do what you gotta do.
and not being,
Push
you
that shit
know,
out.
it's a challenge to take them steps sometimes to want to invest in yourself. You know what I mean?
It really is. That's
It's,
the biggest portion that needs to be talked about the most.
yeah.
Because that's what happens to be the downfall of most artists and
And
most,
it's
you know,
not even,
musicians.
I'm not even talking about hundreds of thousands or even
No.
tens of thousands. I'm talking about instead of smoking an ounce of weed every week, smoke a half ounce of weed every week and take the money you would have spent and put it into Instagram ads.
And not
You know what I
investing,
mean?
right.
Yeah, like if you really want to do this music shit, you're gonna have to spend some money at some point. You know what I mean? And that money's got to come from somewhere. And if you don't got it, you can make it up somewhere, man. I'm telling you, it's all small steps to lead to a bigger step.
And even if you got connections and you feel like you don't have to pay people because they're in your circle already, still. Right?
Break bread, yeah.
Break bread, 'cause that shit helps, man. That shit, it builds morale and a community amongst your peoples, you know what I mean? And they're like, yeah, I'm gonna invest in him. I know we're gonna win every time.
Yeah, like, okay, you know, we'll put this project together. Just you take that and go shoot videos for some of the songs. Make sure you put money into the promotion.
What's that noise?